There is one core condition for success in today's world: unity. Time and again, history has shown that divisions allow outsiders to intervene, promoting conflicts, stoking sectarian tensions, and inadvertently fueling terrorism. These are obstacles to peaceful development and well-being of your peoples. Overcoming those obstacles requires breaking the vicious circle of division and foreign manipulation and moving forward together to build a more peaceful and prosperous future for the people of the Arab world and beyond. Excellencies, we gather as hearts are breaking for Palestinians in Gaza. The war in Gaza is an open wound that threatens to infect the entire region. In its speed and scale, it is the deadliest conflict in my time as Secretary General for civilians, aid workers, journalists, and our own UN colleagues. Of course, nothing can justify the abhorrent 7 October terror attacks by Hamas, and I reiterate my call for the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages. And nothing can justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people. Yet the toll on civilians continues to escalate. Entire families wiped out, children traumatized and injured for life, people denied access to the very basics for human survival, a looming famine. Any assault on Rafah is unacceptable. It would inflict another surge of pain and misery when we need a surge in life-saving aid. It is time for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire and unimpeded access for humanitarian assistance throughout Gaza. The only permanent way to end the cycle of violence and instability is through a two-state solution: Israel and Palestine living side by side in peace and security, with Jerusalem as the capital of both states. The demographic and historical character of Jerusalem must be preserved, and the status quo at the holy sites must be upheld in line with the special role of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Excellencies, turning to Sudan, a devastating war has thrown half of the country's population into a humanitarian freefall. 1 year on, thousands have been killed and 18 million people are staring down the terrifying threat of famine. I urge the international community to intensify its push for peace and call on the warring parties to agree on a lasting ceasefire. This should be followed by a political process that includes women's and youth groups, and I pledge the full support of the United Nations. We must also protect the fragile political processes in Libya and Yemen. As High Commissioner for Refugees, I witnessed the enormous generosity of the Syrian people, and I am pained to see Syria now with so much suffering and with parts of its territory occupied with several external actors involved. I call on all Syrians to come together in a spirit of reconciliation, honouring the diversity of the Syrian people and respecting the human rights of all. Excellencies, we face other serious global crises: the climate emergency, rising inequalities, poverty and hunger, crashing debt, and new technology, including artificial intelligence, that is running ahead of governance and guardrails.